You should get some rest. You don't look at all well.
I am not well. I'm sick. All this has been too much for me.
We're sorry. Really, we are. But we needed your help, Mr. Keyes.
Do you know how many years it has been since I've had to use this place? Since I had to hide somebody here? Oh, you two were probably not even born. And definitely not you.
Mr. Keyes, please help me. Tell these people that they're asking too much from me.
These people always want too much from everyone.
We don't have any other choice.
Maybe. Maybe. Is it really true? Are you really her? The child that is supposed to save our little country?
Jody, Mr. Keyes didn't believe us when we told him that you were the descendant of Marie Bonaventure.
He thought it was just wishful thinking on our part, didn't you, Mr. Keyes?
You must understand, Miss Travis. This martyr of Eden, this foolish child who stood before a mob with a single weapon, she was once flesh and blood. But she became a legend, and legends inspire dreamers and false prophets.
It is not false. This time the prophecy is real.
There are always people who want prophecies to become true, who want dreams to become real. That's why I did not believe these two young patriots when they came to me, when they told me that there was still a Marie in this world.
Why didn't you believe them?
I suppose because I am an old patriot. I have lost the power to dream, to hope.
There's something that you should know about Mr. Keyes. It was his grandfather that saved the book that we showed you. It's called The Book of the Martyr, and he gave his life to save it.
You must understand, my grandfather was bookseller, like me, a lover of books like me. He couldn't stand there and see a beautiful book destroyed by fire.
It wasn't the book they were burning, it was the idea. It was the threat, the prophecy.
Who made this prophecy, anyway?
A religious leader during the time of Prince Alexis.
And what he promised was that the martyr of Eden would return to save her country if it ever needed it, that she would save it a second time.
At any rate, my poor grandfather tried to save the book. He managed to rescue the book with only a few pages burnt. For this crime, he was executed.
The whole entire royal family was almost executed, but they escaped to America.
We were quite a colony of exiles, doing our best to keep alive the Republic in Eden.
It is a republic still, but a republic of thieves. And that's why Mr. Keyes has trusted us, even though he didn't believe the story that we told him about you.
All right, but when I was growing up, my mother never mentioned Eden. I know nothing about it.
I hope you are listening to her, my young friends.
We are listening, but we also know what is true.
Wait. I just remembered something.
What?
The night I got into the penthouse, I took a photograph of the portrait.
What were you doing in my house?
Yes, it's right here. There you go, Mr. Keyes. The original portrait of Marie Bonaventure.
Are you sure?
There could be no mistake. Look. It looks just like the portrait in the book, except it's so much clearer.
My eyes.
Oh, even with your poor eyesight, you can see the resemblance. I mean, look at it. And look at her.
Yes. Yes. The resemblance is there. It is remarkable. You make me want to dream. You make me want to hope.
This is more than hope, Mr. Keyes. This is more than just a dream.
Yes. Yes. You are her. You are that child of Eden.
What in the hell is going on here? You said Keyes was leaving 10 minutes ago.
It seemed like he was, but I think he found another book he had to put away.
Hey, I just saw a light going.
You're right. Oh, all right. We got movement. Come front door. He's definitely going outside.
Hey, great. I'm tired of laboring for nothing, man.
Yeah, we got his address?
Yeah, I checked it out. He only lives a 2 blocks from here. It's gonna be easier for us to get there. Loomis, are you sure you're gonna be all right here alone?
Oh, yeah, I'll be fine. No sweat. I'll just go to that phone booth around the corner if something happens.
Okay, buddy. Well, we'll see you later.
All right, buddy. Oh, one more thing. Let me look at that photograph one more time.
The one of Joe?
She is pretty, isn't she?
Yeah, she's very pretty. She's also very young.
Very young. Yeah. All right. Get out of here, you guys.
Yeah, well, you'll know where we'll be if you need us.
I sure will. Be good. Except I won't be needing you, suckers. All I'll be needing is this. What a shame. To waste a pretty little thing like that.
Here you go, baby. This'll take care of those shakes for you. Have them both if you like. Hey. Slow down. Hey, take it easy. Not so fast, huh?
Why did you do that to me?
What?
If I had a weak heart, I'd be dead now.
When I left the apartment, somebody said, if Nora gets one look at you, she'll run right straight back to that hospital. Sorry, look, I didn't mean it that way. Hey, you gonna be all right?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. How could your brother take your name and your job?
Look, you know Bruno. He was just as crooked as Jefferson Brown was. Brown wanted him to do just what he was doing. Take somebody else's name, somebody else's life, their fortune.
Why would he go to all that trouble? Why didn't he just hire you? Why your brother?
Because Bruno didn't know him. Look, Brown wanted everybody to think he was Schuyler Whitney. He figured that people wouldn't look too hard at his eyes, his nose, his mouth. If he wore the same clothes. If he had the same lifestyle. If he had the same driver. Get it? And Bruno wouldn't recognize his eyes, his nose, his mouth because he didn't work for Whitney, I did. That's why Brown showed up in Paris when I was 3/4 in the bag and he fired me just like that.
Well, if he never suspected that Brown was impersonating Sky Whitney, why did Bruno take your name?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Well, maybe Bruno was in it right from the very beginning. Yeah. Maybe that's why he got killed. I don't know.
I can't believe it. I can't believe that you're sitting right here next to me. It's like we rolled back the clock 3 years.
Yeah, well, listen, baby, you can't roll back the clocks. They keep right on ticking, just like people. Well, anyway, you know, things are great now. I'm back with Sky Whitney, and everything's just like it used to be.
I'm so happy.
Hey. Whoa, now, just hold on, little lady. Are you forgetting something?
What do you mean?
The last time you saw me, you were throwing knives and forks at me, remember?
I did that?
It was in that big restaurant. You were getting ready to go for the plates when they grabbed you.
I was sick, baby. I mean, I was having a breakdown. Listen, everything's fine now. I'm okay.
No. Look, just the same. Sweetheart, there's been a lot of water under the bridge. We can't just pick up where we left off.
Listen, I never forgot you, Gunther. I swear that. A day didn't go by when I didn't think of you. I never loved any other man.
Look, Nora, don't get heavy with me, okay?
You know, it's like a miracle you being here. Everything was so rotten for me, and now you came back to me. Look,
honey, I gotta be honest with you. It was Sky Whitney who brought me back, not you.
No.
Yes, he phoned me in front.
It was fate. Now, you know that. I was about to get on that bus and leave town.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard you tell Spencer that you were gonna get on that midnight bus to Chicago. I just had to see you. That's why I showed up when I did.
Just in time.
You mean you're not leaving?
Not as long as you're here. No, I don't care if I starve in this town. I am staying.
We're Endicott out of this ball game. I'm taking over the whole operation. This entire jackpot is going to be mine. And this is international stuff. We're not talking small potatoes. This ain't no nickel and dime stuff. We're talking big bucks, shillings, francs, pesos, drachmas, you name it.
I still don't understand what it's all about, Eddie. I mean, Endicott never talked to me about business when I was dating him.
Well, that's the difference between me and Endicott. You see, he was a snob. He figured you should know anything about his business.
What business?
That's none of your business. I'm only teasing.
It's something very nasty, isn't it, Eddie? Drugs, probably, huh? Whenever I hear people throwing around words like international, well, that's what it usually means.
Take my word for it. This is a lot bigger than drugs or anything else you ever heard about.
Hello, Sid.
Hi, Sid.
Hi, Sid.
Oh, hi, Ning. You guys are kind of late tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, we went to the movies, and it was fantastic.
It was so-so.
It was lousy. Well, I hope you can agree on what you want to eat tonight.
Oh, I wanted to eat. No, I'll have a Sid's Super Sundae.
Just lemonade for me.
Well, I don't know what I want. I mean, I just get finished seeing this movie about poor people, and I feel really rotten about having something really delicious to eat, if you know what I mean.
Oh, go ahead, Mitzi. You can always send a nut fudge sundae to charity tomorrow.
Nut fudge sundae?
Uh-huh.
I'll take it.
A nut fudge sundae.
Yeah.
Okay, you got it coming up.
Okay.
Hey, Didi, don't look now.
Huh?
Don't look. Eddie Lorimer is sitting right behind you.
The gangster?
You're right, that is him.
Is that his mall with him?
Mitzi.
I owe him some condolences. Would you excuse me, please?
Didi.
Hello, Mr. Lorimer.
Oh, the lady mouthpiece, right? How you doing? How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I just wanted to tell you how sorry I was to hear about Vincent Green's death.
Yeah, that was a nasty break, wasn't it? Terrible. I sent a whole carload of flowers, didn't I, Bev?
Oh, yes, lots of flowers.
I'm sure that made everyone feel much better, especially Vincent. What do you suppose happened to him?
You really want to know what I think? I think the dumb kid got himself snagged by a couple of loan sharks. That's what I think.
Oh, you think he reneged on a debt?
No, I think he waltzed on a loan. When you waltz on a loan, that's big trouble. Anyway, what difference does it make to you? I mean, you weren't even his lawyer anymore, were you? I mean, you got canned or something. Didn't he fire her?
You know, I've been real curious about that, too, Mr. Lorimer, why Vincent suddenly dumped me from his
Mr.
case.
Lorimer, how are you? Didi, your food's getting cold.
I ordered a cold drink, Cliff.
Well, then it's getting warm.
Cliff?
Yeah, we'll see you around. Take care. Nice seeing you.
Yeah. Another time, Mr. Lorimer.
Yeah, sure, right.
Didi, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you with a guy like that in public?
I wasn't fighting with him, Cliff. And what's the big idea of you coming over there and butting in like that? I can take care of myself.
You shouldn't even be talking to gangsters like this. It's not healthy.
Okay, maybe I just don't know what's good for me, okay?
I'll tell you, Didi, Cliff and I are really worried about you. I mean, you are spending too much time hanging out with crooks.
Mitzi, I'm a criminal attorney. Crooks are my clients.
Well, these crooks, I mean, Didi, you treat these crooks like they're your own family or something.
That's because there is a crook in her family.
Yeah. Big mouth award for you, bonzo.
No, look, that's okay. I don't mind talking about my brother, and you're right. He is a little crook. That's why he's in jail. But that's about to change pretty soon. I got a letter from him last week, and, he's being released.
It's great. I mean, isn't it?
I'm not too sure.
Well, you don't like your little brother?
No, Cliff, that's the problem. I love my little brother.
Well, at least you'll have a man in your life now, Didi. I mean, even if it is only your brother.
Well, now we're tied for the Big Mouth Award.
Mr. Keys, Police, we'd like to talk to you again, please.
Just a second, Mr. Keys.
Look, it's about Jody Travis. Mr. Keys?
Hey, what are you pulling on this old man?
Mr. Keys.
Hey.
Mr. Keys!
Hey,
see if you can get a pulse on this guy, will you?
Hey, Calvin, I don't care.
I think he's having a heart attack.
I got no pulse at all. Hey, start CPR. Oh, damn.
Come on, old man, breathe. Breathe, old man, breathe.
Hello, this is badge 807.
Come on.
Look, I'm at 18 Cardiff Place. The cross street is Beecher. I'm on the 3rd floor in the back. We got a heart attack victim here. He's an old man, over 70. He's very serious. I need help immediately.
Take a breath.
Of course I'll hold on. Eridu.
Okay, let's do this one more time. Suppose it's true.
It is true, Jody.
Suppose I am the great-great-great-grandchild of this Marie Bonaventure, this martyr of Eden. I'm still an American.
We're not asking you to change your loyalties.
No, you're just asking me to save a country.
This country is in your blood, whether you know it or not.
Well, how do you expect me to feel sorry for this country and for these people when I've never been there and I've never met them?
We'll solve that when you come to Eden with us.
Then you'll see the suffering. Then you'll see how these gangsters have tainted our society.
I don't doubt you. I'm sure it's awful. I wish I could help you. But I have a life of my own right here. Why can't you understand that? This is my home. My family, my friends, my boyfriend, my job, my career, my future. Everything is right here.
You know, I've been thinking about something.
What?
Viva, perhaps she's right. Maybe she can help us better by staying in America.
But how?
I have to plan it further. We'll talk about it after dinner.
Oh, thank God. We finally agree on something. I'm starving.
I'll go out and get us something.
Pietro, we can't leave her here.
Yes, we can. She could be a very effective base.
You know what I'm going to do about my little brother. Then again, that's nothing new. I haven't known what to do about him since we were kids.
Well, when did they send him to prison?
This is his second trip. The first time, he was a minor. This last time, it's been, I don't know, I guess a little over 2 years.
Well, what did he do?
Robbery.
Did you defend him?
No, Mitzi, I hadn't quite finished law school yet. Besides, there really wasn't anything that I could do. He was guilty.
Well, did you visit him much when he was in prison?
No, he wouldn't let me visit him.
Whoa, you and he really didn't get along well.
Troy hates the fact that I'm a lawyer. He seems to think that that puts us on opposite sides of something.
But, Didi, you're a defense attorney. You help crooks like him.
Well, Mitzi, you win the Big Mouth Award for the entire year.
Well, you know what
Look, are you sure that Troy's going to come to Monticello?
Cliff, right now, I'm not sure of anything.
Mr. Lorimer, your phone call.
Oh, thanks.
Right back.
Yeah. Eddie, it's me, Ted Loomis. Oh, yeah, Teddy. How you doing, baby? How's the good guy business tonight?
It's all over. I just called headquarters. They're coming down here to mop up.
Everything went down exactly according to our discussion?
That's right. That's right. Like they say, crime does not pay.
And the girl, the one that they snatched?
Well, that's the sad part of the story. You know how it is, Eddie. When guns start popping, innocent people can get killed, too.